everybody, this is Ray, Synology Online. A customer sent me in his Crucial X10. This is a little drive, it's 8 terabyte. It also features, well actually, at the time it was released, I'm not sure if that exists today, but it had the Silicon Motion 2322G. That was the fastest controller for NANds on the market, and it's lightning fast, and 8 TB in this tiny little thing, so not that cheap either. So I saw videos online. A lot of people didn't know how can you disassemble this. It's not easy. It's tough, by the way, and it's probably one of the toughest things I had to open. So I did determine what was wrong with it, and we'll get to that too in just a short bit. So here's how I already opened it, but here's how you actually have to open it. Right along here where your LAN, what do they call it? Your chain, your keychain, lanyard, that's what it is. There's a hole here. And what you want to do is you want to get a plastic tool. Let me see if I have one here. You just need a strong, pointy plastic tool, something curved. You don't want to scratch it up. And you can get it in there and just be able to open it a little bit. All right, that's all you're going to be able to do. Then what I did is I grabbed an X10 knife and I just started scoring it along the edge. More scoring along the edge, okay? And when I got all the way over to here, I was able to pry it more open, okay? Just a little bit, because now the rest is you doing your best to disassemble this thing. So you'll keep prying, you'll keep wedging stuff in here. This is a very tough plastic, not easy to break by all means. I used every tool I could think of, and I'm just keep wedging. And the reason why it's so hard to take out is there is a light seal around it that you just can cut with the X10 knife. And you can see I really didn't scratch it much. Maybe on the side, like here's one I did, it slipped, like one here. So, but when I finally got it open, now I know why it was so hard to open. There's glue in there, and this white epoxy is like cement. It's very tough. I don't know if you can see it. It's really tough to get at. There's 11 clips on here, all right? 3 on this side, 3 on this side, 2 on this side, 2 on this side, and 1 in the corner. So there's 11 clips. So when you open it, though, you want to open it on the lanyard side and then kind of lift it and fold it out of the way. Now, when you do open it, you're going to be presented with, you know, obviously the circuit board that's going to be in here. It's going to be like that, and it's going to be covered in foil. All right, so the thing you want to do is just take out the screws. There's 3 of them. I actually have them over here. I don't know if you can see them, but there's, you know, 3 little black screws, and that's all you take out. So I wish I had done this when I had it together, and then I could show you that. But once you take the 3 screws out, this will be covered in foil. You just pull it out. All right, there's this. He's gonna go there. He's gonna go there. Now you got the drive out. Let's see. So I don't know if you can see it, but here's the controller. SM2322G AB. So that's the version. 90% of the time it's this guy that goes bad. And you know, you can check everything. There's voltage levels here. I believe there's a 5 and a 3.3 and a 1.8. I did a thermocam. One of the NANds was a little warm, but I expected that because it's the closest to the supply. But even if I had a bad NAND, I should get something. I'm not even getting drive detection, no matter what I do. So, and I already know it's going to be the controller. In the IR cam too, it kind of showed a little warm. So, and I ran a couple of tools on it. I added this wire here. It's a ground because I was running the oscilloscope to see that the clock was doing okay. That was fine. I think it's a 25 megahertz. So all the voltages checked out fine. The NAND voltages all checked out pretty good. So it has to be a controller. There's no other exception. And guess what? Let's say you do take the controller off. You can cut the epoxy, put this on a BGA or something, or hot air gun, and take the controller off and replace it. But you're going to run into a stumble. They don't sell this controller in the public. You won't find the part. I have a supplier in China. I might be able to get it from. I'm going to talk to him and see what he says, because he gets stuff that I can never find online. But that's the problem. There's nothing to fix here, even if you got the controller off. So, by the way, I think if I remember right, you can see the thermal pads here, and let's see if I actually match it the way it looked when it got here. There it is. It kind of looks like this. Did I get it right? Oh, maybe it's the other way. I don't remember, Mildred. So anyways, yeah, like that's there. This guy's gonna be here. This guy's gonna be here. This here. And this here. And believe me, look close. It's very hard to see, but you'll find the seam for this where you can peel it. And I recommend you find the seam with an X-Acto knife, but you'll see it where you can peel it and then take the top off. And then the whole thing, you know, comes out of it. So, and that's this guy, sticky. There's actually going to be a black cover in here too, something like that. So it's no big deal, but nothing you can do. You've got the drive apart. You know, you've dealt with the white epoxy cement, and now you're stuck with this. Now, the thing I'm considering, if it, you know, obviously it's not working, right? So, and we can't get the controller, but we can attempt to reflow this. And so what I'll do is I'm gonna cut, you know, take out the black here. You gotta be real careful. You don't want to cut any traces. Use plastic tools if you can. You know, try to get this epoxy off. And then I'm gonna reflow it. You know, that's the only thing I can do. Luckily, I have it looks like a small opening on this side, but I'll double check, because I just want to get some flux in there and, you know, turn on the BGA and get it going. But that's it, folks. That's how you take this thing apart, and good luck in fixing it. If you can find the controller, I'm going to actually I'll put in the video if he can get it, so this way we can get it and change this. So I'll put it down in the description. This drive takes a lot of power, so with a lot of power, resistance can develop pretty easily in other in connectors. All right, so you know, you might want to even check in here to make sure that these look clean, you know, so you don't have an issue with these getting pitted from high current. Same with your connector, you know, do the same. And try other ones. Don't just try this one, okay? Now, recommendation for this. Try to fix this and work with it in Windows 11. All right. The reason for that is there are some mount protocols that aren't available in Apple OS that this thing needs to see. So I would suggest you actually use Windows 11 and make sure, not in any type of Wine or VM. You need it native on a PC. All right. Because a lot of people with Macs won't find any helpful information or repair information. Now, Crucial does have software on their website. It's kind of a it's supposed to be a repair utility. Let me see, what is it called? Boing. So it's actually called Crucial Portable SSD Utility. Okay, that's just the name of the download file. But anyways, it's on Crucial's website. If I have the link, I'll actually put it in the description. So this is, like I said, good luck. And make sure you have a strong powered USB port. I don't know if I mentioned that, but don't plug this thing directly to a PC, because your PC ain't gonna have 3 or 4 amps of USB power. If you have USB-C that has 3 or 4 amps, go ahead. But one of those Chinese cheapo port things that actually connected to your PC and has an adapter, not just a USB plug, but has a power plug. These things can kick out a lot of power. So, and you want to hit this with a lot of power too. Something, your laptop can't perform. So always use one of these powered USB ports. And yeah, like I said, make sure it has an adapter. If it doesn't have an adapter, it's not powered. It's just running power off your USB ports. Anyways, thanks for stopping by. I thought I'd bring this up for you.